Hello friends, this is Randy B from Garden Therapy. Me and Niecy were chilling out in the garden. We wanted to show you what we had going on. Over here are my peppers. And if you look real closely, those little small plants are my orange flesh melons. I had a struggle with them guys. I hope they make it.
Why do you have the trellises up there?
The trellises for the to give the vegetables something to climb on instead of sprawling out on the ground.
Oh, okay.
I'll weave them through them squares, and it takes up less space pretty much.
What about the melons? You weave those through the...
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna weave through the melons. They're vining plants, so the melons will grow perfectly up that trellis and they won't take up the whole garden.
Cool.
Here I have some zucchini. I came out here this morning and pollinated one of my plants. I'm trying to see which one it is. It must be this one over here. No, it's this one. I came out here this morning, and as you can see, the zucchini growing down in there. I took the male flower, I took a Q-tip and touched it on the male flower, and from the male flower I transferred it to the female flower. Birds and the bees, people. Birds and the bees.
How do you know which is the female and which is the male?
The female, you see that bulging, see the big bulge on it, on the female?
Oh, okay.
That yellow, actually, that yellow zucchini, that's the female.
Okay.
The male is a straight stem with nothing on it. It's just a stem with a flower on the end. And as you can see, I've got quite a few zucchini squashes growing in there.
I didn't know it was a male and female.
Yep.
Okay.
And here's my big beef tomatoes.
Oh, those things be delicious.
I came out here this morning also with my electric toothbrush. And what I do is I turn the electric toothbrush on and I put it on those flowers and vibrate the flowers just like the bees do. So you don't need bees to pollinate your tomatoes and peppers. I did the same thing with the peppers. Took my toothbrush, turned it on and vibrated it, and that pretty much pollinated. Everyone I touched with that toothbrush will grow a tomato. And as you can see, there's plenty coming.
That takes a lot of time and patience.
Yeah, well, you know, we're staying at home now, so I got plenty of time. Over here I have my provider beans. These are green beans. Over here I have provider beans.
So what's the purpose of those hoses?
Those are my soaker hoses. What I do is I got one line running from the source on a timer, and the line runs, as you can see, it runs to every box.
So it's like an irrigation?
It's an irrigation. It's a soaker hose irrigation. And what I do is I plant beans right along that soaker hose. You can see the wetness where it was on earlier today, the moisture. And over here I have some more beans. I just planted these yesterday evening. These are my Blue Lake bush beans. So they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna grow right along those hoses. And I can water everything at once. This line goes all the way, one line goes all the way to all of my boxes back there. And I've got a separate line going to these boxes. So I'm not gonna be out here watering in this heat.
Are all the tomatoes the same?
I've got different varieties of heirloom tomatoes, but they're all big beef heirloom tomatoes. As you can see, my soaker hose lines running under the dirt, running in between the plants. So
is that a tomato plant on the end there?
This is a pepper plant here. As you can see the white flowers, I came out here with my toothbrush and vibrated those. Everywhere I touch that toothbrush, I'm gonna have peppers. And those are the big peppers. Over here I have my okra. Again, Got them on a line, on a sugar line.
I tell you, okra.
My wife loves okra.
But they
I can't eat it.
reproduce real fast.
Yeah, we get a lot of okra.
Why,
Hey, go ahead.
why do they reproduce so fast? I
Well,
mean, it's a lot.
you got to pick them every day. Once they get going, you ain't out here every day pick them. They get too big and they get too stringy and tough. You can't eat them. Here are my Kennebec potatoes. My wife made fun of my potatoes. She said I can't grow potatoes. She said they're the same size when I pick them as when I grow them. So
It's a challenge. We have
I'm gonna get it right this year. I got it right this year. I did it right.
It's a challenge.
Over here are some more. These are red potatoes. These are red New Orleans.
I love red potatoes. When you did them, their skin was so tender. Why is it over? You have them in the buckets.
Well, I like growing them in the buckets because I don't have to dig them out.
Oh,
Just
okay.
tip the bucket over and grab the potatoes. With these here, I had to dig, and I might poke some and cut some, but you know. And you see my cucumbers back there growing.
Which one? What kind of cucumbers are they?
Those are Japanese long cucumbers.
Are they the ones with the seeds?
Those are the ones we had last year. The big, long, slender green ones, the delicious
very
ones.
tender. Everybody, they were in high demand at work.
Yeah, and right back there is a broccoli plant in the middle.
Do they?
And on each side of that broccoli plant, that's where I'm gonna start putting my lettuce. Back there, in between that broccoli plant there and there.
And
Here.
you have all the trellises because most of this stuff grow up.
Yes, the cucumbers, they definitely grow up. They grow crazy. They grow right up that trellis, along with the tomatoes. And let me show you this plant. I was thinking about that. This plant looks like a marijuana plant, but it's actually lemon bee balm. I planted this to attract the bees. It'll flower and the bees will be on it like crazy. So
Explain why do you want bees?
I need bees to pollinate most of my my crops. My beans, my squash, bees can do that for me. They can even pollinate my tomatoes and my peppers, and I won't have to hand pollinate them anymore. And here's another example of my irrigation. How it runs. See how it runs to that bed. It runs over to that bed. And it just keeps running to all the beds. I water everything at once.
That's awesome.
Now here's a cucumber. This cucumber, there's a story behind this cucumber. I planted 3 cucumbers here, and I planted 3 cucumbers in there. Well, we got about 5 nights of frost, and all of those died, and all of those died, but this one survived. So I'm like, it ain't gonna live no way. So I didn't give it no water, no fertilizer. I said, oh, it ain't gonna make it no way. After about a couple of weeks, I'm like, this thing is persevering. So I thought, hey, you work hard, and you persevere. So ever since then, I decided, hey, I'm gonna give this plant all the fertilizer it needs, and that's in life, you know, be the best. So this plant was the best. I had to tell that story. Moving on, I have a cabbage plant here. Looks like some bugs been enjoying it. Here's my lettuce bed. We've been eating off this lettuce bed about every day. That's some good lettuce right there.
What kind of lettuce is it? It's a mixture?
Yeah, it's a mixture. Not bib lettuce, leaf lettuce.
It is delicious.
It is.
I didn't realize that lettuce actually had a flavor until you started growing your own.
Yeah, that's some delicious lettuce right there.
Very good.
And I have my Roma tomatoes. Roma tomatoes there. Got some peppers there. You see the flowers on them. Some more Roma tomatoes here. And some huge cabbage right here.
Will the Roma tomatoes grow tall? Will you have to change those trellis?
No, the Roma tomatoes, they're not going to grow no more than 4 feet.
Oh, okay.
And these cabbages are ready to close up and head up.
Tender cabbage.
Yes, them going to be some good eating right there.
It takes a long
And some broccoli.
to get one.
And that's my broccoli. Over here I have my corn.
Oh, that's what I like to look at.
As you can see, my corn trellis is working. Probably could move it up about 8 more inches. But this corn is going to grow and be picked before this corn grows, so I don't have cross pollination. And you see the cattle panel trellises? It's the only way to grow.
Well, where'd you get that idea?
I thought of it. I was trying to figure out, I was tired of coming home every day and my corn laying on the ground from the wind. The wind's been blowing here for the last couple of weeks and corn ain't went nowhere. It's still holding up. So I just keep moving that trellis up as it grows. So that's what's going on right today. Excuse me?
This one is where it starts, and this is where you move it up.
Right here
It's beginning.
is the beginning stage right there.
Mm-hmm.
As it grows, as you can see, I've got it propped up here with them bricks. But as it grows, I'll tie it to that T-post. As it grows, I'll raise it up and tie it to that T-post.
What kind of corn is it?
Over here I have my peaches and cream right here.
Why do you call it peaches and cream?
Because it's bicolored, it's got yellow and white kernels and it's delicious. And over here, I have my incredible corn. This corn here, this incredible corn grows 8 feet tall. And it's all yellow. And they're extra large ears. So yeah, folks, I've been out here busy. I hadn't had to do much watering with my watering system. Been getting plenty of rain. So with that said, I want to thank y'all for watching. Oh, I almost forgot my product of the day. The product of the day is a product I use every year to keep the pests off of my vegetables. It's called diatomaceous earth, food grade. You can use it as a mechanical pesticide. Diatomaceous earth is a non-toxic way to control pests in the garden. It's effective against all insects, pests that crawl on plants because contact with the powder is extremely dehydrating. After watering the plants, dust them with an applicator. This will help the powder stick to the plant surfaces. Since dehydration is the main mechanism of action, wetness renders the powder temporarily ineffective. But it starts working once the water dries up. Although diatomaceous earth is a non-selective insecticide, flying insects like bees are less affected as they don't come in contact with the substance. Avoid spraying on flowers though.
Question.
Go ahead.
Now, you basically grow organically. Is this considered organic?
Diatomaceous earth is organic.
What is it?
It comes from old fossils in the ocean. That's all I can tell you. They grind them up and they crush them and they into a powder. You see the powder right there. And when it gets on the insect skin, it disturbs their exoskeletal system and it causes them to dehydrate. So, you know, I don't want to use seven dust. So I try to stay organic, and this stuff really works.
I didn't notice your peppers there.
Yeah, the peppers are doing well. These are jalapenos. These are mild jalapenos though.
Look at those over there.
Actually, I've got a pepper growing. As long as we're talking about peppers, I'm going to go ahead and show you the pepper I got growing. I'm proud of it. No, I've got an actual pepper over here. See it in there? And that's really early for a pepper to be growing. But yeah, and it's big too. I could probably take that in there and make a stir fry right now. But that's all for the day, folks. I want to thank you for watching Garden Therapy. Y'all be safe out there. Until next time,
Like, share, and subscribe.
I'm out.